Computer programming. It seems like everybody's talking about it these days. Last December, celebrities and technologists, from Latin pop star Shakira to Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, encouraged everyone to take part in an hour of code. Kicking off computer science last year, President Obama said, "Learning these skills isn't just important for your future, it's important for everyone's future, for our country's future." And as far back as 1995, tech visionary Steve Jobs was saying, everyone should learn a computer language because it teaches you how to think. When asked what's cooler, music or programming, musician will.i.am of the group Black Eyed Peas said, coding. It's 10 times, a trillion times cooler. It's the most creative space. He says great coders are today's rock stars. So what's the deal here? Is coding this scary, confusing, indecipherable space for nerds and the socially maladapted? Or is it the new superpower we all need for our future? In the areas where I teach, I know that there are some very good reasons for journalists and professional communicators to learn to code. It can mean new ways to tell stories, like this application from ProPublica that lets users look up financial contribution from drug companies to healthcare providers. Or it can mean new stories to tell, like this fun project from WNYC that looked at New York City dog licenses and mapped the most popular names and breeds across areas of the 5 boroughs. So you can see that there are a lot of dogs named Max in the Bowery and a lot of Lucys on the Upper West Side. Then it can also mean new ways to engage users, like this quiz from New York Times that results in a map of your dialect preferences. This is my map, and even though I moved away from New York when I was 10, I think it's interesting to see that many of my language patterns come from there. By the way, this was the most visited story on the New York Times website last year, and it was created by an intern. That's why I'm creating Code Actually, a platform to teach journalists to code. It provides the basics of programming, delivered with journalistic context and support. I've focused on web development skills, web scraping, and data analysis. The platform will consist of a website with tutorials, video explainers, and a code repository. I've spent the last several months at Stanford focusing on and studying the ways that programming is taught in computer science. I've isolated the skills that journalists need and will provide a foundation for the future. This can mean being able to create a simple, interactive chart on your own, being able to scrape a website for data to accompany a story, or it can simply mean being more effective collaborating on an interactive project. I've been teaching journalism students to code for more than a decade. There is nothing more exciting than seeing those aha moments when the code works and students gain confidence in their ability to create and innovate. I want journalists to have that same feeling of excitement and accomplishment too. And that's my mission for Code Actually. You can code, actually.